Hey guys, what is going on? This is Brandon. I am doing this quick video today. By popular demand, everyone's been asking me to record some live calls. All right, so this is going to probably be one of a couple different videos, but I am here today with John, who is going to be doing some calls with me as well. We've got about 30 minutes to do some calls, and we are glad to have you with us. One of the things that you're going to have prior to doing any of your calls is you're going to have your 3-ring binder. All right, and if you haven't completed your particular binder yet, go to the other video of how to set up your 3-ring binder, and it's very easy. All right, you can go to Staples, get a 220-page binder that typically costs about $5. All right, and then you're going to open it up, and then you're going to buy a $3 tab set. Okay, all you have to have is 5 different tabs. The first one is going to be this Y form. Everybody has to have this. All right, if you don't have this, you are absolutely kidding yourself that you aren't going to do anything in this business. Put down, why are you doing this? All right, and then in the first tab right here, okay, we're going to open this up. You're going to print 100 blank property intake forms at the beginning of each week. All right, and you don't end this week until you have all of these people called. All right, with that being said, the other tabs are going to be follow-up tabs for people to call back in 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. All right, so we are going to get going here. These are uncalled prospects. We are going to be talking about the different avenues that you can find people at. And if anybody has been on here for some time, I did just update our property intake form. If your form doesn't have all of this on here, please go on and print out the updated form. I just changed that on January 29th, 2014. All right, we are going to pick up the phone and call some sellers. There are two different avenues that you can find people that have to sell their home. Their first one, so I'm going to tell you, is calling for sale by owners. All right, and not on Craigslist. All right, we'll get into that one a bit later, but the pages that I'm going to ask you to use today is forsalebyowner.com, and the other avenue that you can do is handwrite yellow letters, which I'm going to have Kelly do a video on that coming up here soon. These are great because people call you, and I'll tell you, people that are calling you have a higher level of motivation when they are calling you. But for today's video, we are going to be picking up the phone, calling some of these sellers, and I'm going to give you an example of what it takes to get these forms filled out. All right, and the other thing that I'm going to have by me is the property. This is going to be a page here that if a person gives you a hard time on getting the balance of the debt that is owed, this is going to have to be close to you, because this is how you're able to get the info. All right, we are going to get going. Hang on, have a pad of paper out, and here we go. We are going to be calling Vernon Hills, Illinois. All right, we are going to be calling all of the above. Leah, I left a voicemail for her earlier today. We'll see if she's able to call back. This is Tony and Darlene. We are going to pick up the phone. I did call earlier, and I called the first phone number. We are going to call the second one now. All right, and I'm going to put on speakerphone, so I'm going to ask you to be quiet.
listening to your message. I'll call you back.
At the tone, please record your message.
So that's his direct phone number.
Recording. You may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Good afternoon. I was calling to talk to Tony on the house for sale at 2108 Park Lane. Give me a call back when you get this. I can be reached directly at 815-790-2330. Thank you. All right. And a thing that I'm doing, guys, is I am taking down this info in the 3-ring binder. So I'm going to actually turn the computer down. See if you're able to see this. What I'm going to be doing here is so I just called Tony, and I'm going to be inputting the info right here, 4604. So I'm going to put the date of 1/29/14. Source, I'm going to put for sale by owner, and then the address is 2108 Park Lane. Okay, and that's in Highland Park, and he's asking 1.295. All right. Now, a thing that's great here is that part of the system here is I'm going to flip the page. I don't know if you're able to see this or not, but I'm going to flip the page, and then so in the back here I'm going to write 12914 left voicemail, both phone numbers. Okay, because a thing that's going to happen is you're going to have 100 of these forms, and although that you don't get people every single time, you're going to have them call you back. And do you think it's going to be easier to pull up their info when you have it in one particular place? Absolutely. All right. So we are going to keep going here. And we are calling now Regency. This looks like a new construction. I think we're going to skip on that one. This one's under contract. Some of these have been in here for some time. So this one has been in here for 73 days. Let's call Kenneth up right here. And all of his info is right here. And the thing that's great on this particular page is it is able to give you all of the info, relatively easy to find. All right, so we are going to call Kenneth and find out some info on his house. So don't talk. That doesn't sound right.
This is Kevin Chase.
Hey, so I was calling to get some info on the house for sale.
Yes, go ahead.
Did I catch you at a good time to talk?
Oh, sure.
All right, great. I found your house on for sale by owner.
Okay.
So I've got some pictures in front of us, some details. I just wanted to touch base with the owner and get a bit of info. I do work with a real estate investor that buys 3 to 5 houses each week. He did ask me to call on this particular house because he is looking to buy houses in Barrington, Hoffman, and Palatine. So I was calling to get some info on his behalf.
Okay. If the home is now listed with a realtor,
Okay.
does that make a difference?
He isn't going to be quite as interested, but he did ask me to call on this particular property. Who do you have it up with?
Countryside Realty in South Barrington.
Okay. Have they...
It's Countrywood.
Countrywood. Have they brought you any type of offers to this point, Kenneth?
Nothing in writing.
Okay. All right. Well, what are you asking for it?
It's 1,099,000, I believe,
Okay.
where we're at.
So I was hoping to catch you before you're able to list it, because we can typically work with the owners better if they don't have a realtor in between. But um, Kenneth, and just to confirm, the address is 18 Penn. It's PEMBURY Way. Is that close to 59 and 90?
It's close to Barrington Road and 62.
Okay. I think I know where you're at. So it isn't quite as far as the Arboretum.
No, it's over by, I don't know if you're familiar with the area, Willow Creek Church.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, right at that stoplight. There's only one stoplight that goes into Willow Creek, and that's our intersection, where our subdivision is at.
Okay. Gotcha. So isn't that close to the town of Inverness? Isn't that a village of Barrington out there?
Uh, Correct. Inverness is probably on one side of us, and let's see. There's a section of Hoffman Estates that that we're surrounded by South Barrington, but the other side of South Barrington is Hoffman Estates.
Okay.
They've got a finger in there that just kind of protrudes. But Inverness is right next door to us, and that borders on our subdivision.
Okay. What are the taxes on your house over there?
About 18 to 19. They were scheduled to go down. We just got a letter from the appeal people, and they had sent us a first quarter tax, or the first half of the tax bill, and it was like 10,000.
Okay.
But it seems like Cook County has based their tax bill on 2012 billing, and not the revised appealed tax.
Right.
So now our attorney is appealing the appeal.
Okay. So, are you in the house? Are you in the house at the present time?
No. You mean right at, yeah, we're living there.
All right, gotcha. I was just checking to find out if the house was occupied or vacant. I am going through some pictures. Sometimes people have moved out. One of the things he asked me to ask you is why are you able to sell? I mean, that's a pretty it's a pretty awesome area right there.
Yeah, it is, and it's the home is priced right, and we're actually right sizing.
Okay. So you guys are buying a bigger house?
Yes.
Okay.
No, we're buying a smaller one.
Downsizing it.
Right sizing, I call it.
Okay.
It's our right size. There's only the two of us that have been living in that house since we built it.
And all of your kids are just
Our kids were never in there.
Okay.
However, the 5 kids that we have and their significant others and the 10 grandkids always come over for all the holidays.
right. Sounds like it's a beautiful place.
It is. We got it basically for them, just to enjoy a gathering spot.
Okay. So do you have any idea what houses in that area are actually going for today? Do you have any comps in that particular
We have
subdivision?
no problem with the comps at all
Okay.
with where we're priced.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Does the house have anything that has to be done to it? Any type of things that have to be fixed on it? If you're going to be there for a extra 5 years, would you do anything to it?
Other than no, I don't think so. All the painting is done. All of roof, the roof was just treated last year.
Mm-hmm.
Shake shingles need to be treated like every 6 to 7 years. So that was just redone. And let's see, furnace and air conditioning is always maintained and serviced. We've kept everything up to date.
Now, do you have one, two, or three furnaces in the system or in the house?
Two.
Two of them?
Huh?
And when did you build the house?
The year was 2000, I believe.
All right. So the two furnaces are from when you were able to build them then?
Correct. They're original.
Okay. And then as far as AC units, how do you have two as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great.
We put a contract on that to have the furnaces and air conditioning maintained twice a year.
Okay. And who do you have that contract with?
Well, it's comfort level heating and cooling.
Okay. That sounds good, and that is good to hear. I think he is going to enjoy that. Some of those things are able to get a pretty good life expectancy if you take care of them. Some of the houses I am able to call on, people built it and then they don't do anything to it till it is able to break. So it's good to hear that you are being proactive with that.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's about it. What's it have for garages? Does it have a two-car garage or three? No, I see a three extra car garage. What is that?
Three oversized because there's cabinets all around the outer perimeter as well as storage area.
Okay. I don't see any pictures of that on here. Is there any way that we could trade emails, and if you can fire over some pictures of that garage? I see it's got a huge walk-in closet, big fireplace.
I think on one of the main pictures there that they've got, let's see, the walk-in closet is above one of the garages.
Okay.
And there are three separate individual garage doors.
Okay.
And then the other two cars, they're not the interior, but the pictures of the garage location is on the main home picture.
Mm-hmm.
Off to the right of the entryway.
Gotcha. So I can see it from the outside for sure. So I just didn't. I didn't quite see any pictures of the inside of that garage. That's all.
Oh, and they weren't. I don't believe they were ever taken. I don't know if you've ever taken any.
Okay. Let's see. I see that you bought it back in 2000, but that is, I guess, when you built it, huh?
Yes, right. That's when it was because it was new build.
Okay. Um, do you have any debt on the property right now?
Yes.
Could you give me a ballpark of how much?
Uh, let's see.
You don't have to be pinpoint, but just a ballpark. And if you have a first or second, one of the things he is able to do is actually give a couple different offers, and with that info, it is able to help him give you two or three extra offers.
Okay. Well, we're using the home equity for the second home, the
Okay,
home that we're moving to,
gotcha.
and that's a line of 350,000.
Is that the only debt that you're able to have on it? Is that
There's about 150 on the main mortgage.
okay? And there's a home equity of 350, you said?
Correct.
So there's roughly a half million in debt on it.
Correct.
Okay. Um, all right, great. If he could come up with a price and that's fair for all parties, would you ever consider doing a lease purchase on it?
No.
Okay. Um, okay. So if you don't get full price and all cash, you wouldn't be interested in selling it?
Correct. Um, the only lease purchase, meaning he'd lease it from me. Correct.
He would take over the existing debt of the 500,000, and then he would set up a monthly payment for the other portion.
Yeah. No, I'd not be interested in that.
Okay. I understand he can also have you ever thought of refinancing the house? Take your cash out of it, and then he has done deals before that he has taken over the current debt. And if you owe 500,000 on it, you've got quite a bit of equity in there. If you refinance it, you can probably get 80 to 90% out of that. Would you be interested in that idea? Then you can put three to $400,000 in your pocket, and he would take over the brand new debt.
Um,
Maybe.
I don't think that would work.
Okay.
No, it won't.
Why don't we do this? How about, would it be okay if I keep in touch with you and see if anything is able to change?
Sure.
All right, great. Um, could I get a quick email, and then if anything does change, you can call me back?
Sure.
What is your email?
Well, my email's right on the website, on the for sale by owner website.
It is able to give your phone number, but I don't think that they disclose your email. It is able to hide your email. Although I can't email you, it doesn't tell me what your email address is. Kind of, they're kind of,
If you respond on that site and I get an email, then I'll respond back to you, and you'll have my email.
perfect.
Okay.
All right, great. I will send this over right now. And I'm just going to put nice speaking with you. Keep in touch.
Okay.
All right, great. Thank you.
All right. Bye now.
Thank you very much. Bye now. All right. So, what we did on that one, for all of you that are still on here, which I'm gonna have to probably get going here pretty quickly, is we talked with them. We built up rapport. This is a higher end house, so I took some extra time building up rapport with him. And I found out he did owe a half. He owned 500,000. He was asking 1099, and although he told me no today, he's definitely a person I am going to be interested in following up with. He had a little bit of hesitation in there, and that tells me that if he doesn't get any other offers, he would probably entertain this one. So on this right here, I'm going to put a motivation scale. I'm going to put him at a 3, maybe to a 4. Okay? And this isn't one that I would upload to the website. However, this is one that I would take out. Okay? And I would put it in a follow-up folder, which is going to be in 30 days. Okay? All right. And so I'm going to put follow-up 2/29/14. And then a thing that I'm going to do as well, guys, is I'm going to go to Google Calendar, and I'm very forgetful. Call it ADD, call it whatever. If I don't put it in the calendar, guess what? I'm not going to do it. And there is no 29th of February. So we're going to go to February 26th, and I'm going to put it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to call him back at approximately the same time. I'm going to put follow up with Kenneth, South Barrington, and then I'm going to put his phone number. Okay, it's very critical that if your phone beeps wherever you're at, telling you to call this person, you don't have to go dig in your file and folder to go find that. All right, so that's how you do it, guys. I hope that has been able to help you. I hope that by being able to hear that and then be able to have this particular document in front of you, that's going to help you understand and keep track of all of these leads. One of the things that I'll tell you is the fortune is in the follow-up, okay? Fortune is in the follow-up. The average seller, okay? The average seller will have to be contacted, okay? Contacted 3 to 7 times before they know you, like you, and trust you in order to do business with them. So, do you think it's important to have a 3-ring binder with 5 different tabs, okay? And then once you talk to that person, if that's a pretty good lead, so you pull it out and put it in your second tab, which is follow up in 30 days. All right. I hope that this has been helpful to everyone. If you have any questions, I can be emailed directly at Brandon Schwab, Brandon at SchwabPropertySolutions.com. Take care. God bless. And I will talk to you on the other side. How was that?